In order to heal society, we all must face the injustice of disconnection and how destructive a lack of empathy really is. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Antonia, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about narcissism. Before I start, I want to mention that I think the word narcissism and narcissist is weaponized in our society and definitely overused by self-improvement influencers. I think that it's important to distinguish between narcissistic or selfish behavior versus narcissistic personality disorder, which is something that can be very traumatizing and it needs to be handled with more care and more thought. Narcissism is an archetype that exists throughout society. There's different types of narcissistic abuse, but in today's video, I'm going to be focusing on a type of relationship that you might have with a narcissist and how you might be able to recover from it if you relate. A lot of times a narcissist is really subtle in their behavior and it's really not noticed by everyone. And I think that is where so much pain and trauma occurs because no one sees it, no one feels it like you do, and they're so good at pretending to be normal, and a lot of times they're really good at masking as someone who is caring and giving to society, and they do a really good job of taking care of people when it's convenient for them and when it makes them look good or when it provides their ego with the recognition that they crave. Narcissism is a disorder where one is radically individualist. The detachment that comes with being narcissistic is really dangerous in our society because when you're disconnected, you don't have empathy in your decision-making process. A narcissist thrives on influencing other people and stripping them of their individuality because they want to be the person in charge of everyone's narrative. A narcissist is always trying to control the narrative of other people in a way that best suits them and their needs and their goals, and usually their goal is to be powerful. It comes at the expense of other people. They have this incessant need to take from other people. You usually can only see it over a period of time. The narcissist has deep shame that they project onto everyone. A narcissist invents their own reality, and it's actually very tragic, and I think the life of a narcissist is very depressing. They really don't know who they are. They don't have a sense of identity outside of taking from people and conforming into the mask or persona that would best suit them in their situation. The shadow side of a narcissist is someone who is authentic. You can be magnetic in a narcissistic way, and you can also be magnetic in an authentic way. And I think the main difference is an authentic person gives their light to other people, and they have a gravitational pull that pulls others in, but they don't stop giving to other people. A narcissist, when they pull people in to gain supply, and they really don't give back to other people from a whole place. When they give back to other people, they're actually giving to themselves through other people. So a narcissist also lives through people, and that's why they are usually the kinds of people who will project their pain and shame onto other people because they haven't dealt with it like a normal person has. Normally people go through stages in their life where they turn within and they look within themselves and self-reflect on their flaws and ways that they could better themselves, but a narcissist's ego isn't strong enough to do that. It does not mean that you shouldn't protect yourself from the narcissist. By all means, you need to protect yourself from the danger that comes with detachment and lack of empathy. A narcissist is stuck in this pattern of refusing to look at their shadow. They aren't able to turn within and self-reflect because their ego is so big and they can't get past it. They're not capable of producing their own love from within, and that's why they have this compulsive need to gain other people's love and admiration. It's not mutual. They don't give any love back because they don't have any love to give. It's a tragic truth that we all have to face. In order to heal society, we all must face the injustice of disconnection and how destructive a lack of empathy really is. You need to use the energy that you have towards something great, and you need to take back and extract the energy away from the narcissist who stole your energy in the first place. Healing is a long journey. It takes a long time to heal from someone who uses you in a very deep way. And most of the time, narcissists are very intelligent, who notice things and notice the people around them. In the last video, I talked about a magnetic person. Narcissists are magnetic, but in their own way. It's sly and dishonest in the way that they pull people toward them. It's not in good faith. There's a difference between a sun and a black hole. A sun generates light from within and is able to support other planets and life. And a black hole is just a black void that has such a big gravitational pull that not even light can escape it. It's so deep and dark and dense. It's not like a sun that can support anything else. This black hole doesn't know how to support anything. It just takes. We need to make sure that the people who are around us and the people we share ourselves with are safe people who have empathy and know right from wrong and have morality that is in line with love. The best narcissist repellent is becoming wise and becoming authentic. A narcissist doesn't understand authenticity, and when they come into contact with someone who is authentic and sees their own truth, it makes them very upset and very uncomfortable because the authentic person threatens the fake narratives that they have made for themselves and the people around them. The authentic person knows who they are, so the narcissist isn't able to influence them. Don't stop being yourself around the narcissist. The more you are yourself, the more uncomfortable they might get, and the more they may talk about you to other people and try to single you out. The right people will see you for who you really are because you're so good at knowing who you are and you are not easily influenced. You are a light to other people and you inspire other people. And the people that you don't inspire, that might listen to the narcissist rumors and lies that they've made about you, is the fact that they want validation from the narcissist. So they are going to go along with what the narcissist says. It feels good for people who need validation to gain their validation from a narcissist. And I think that the less authentic you are, the more likely you are to fall into a narcissist trap. You've got to recover that sense of self-worth and be your authentic self so you don't become so easily influenced by other people. The biggest way to fall victim to this is to rely on validation to feel comfortable in who you are. Because when you're constantly looking for that validation, you attract people who want to use you. They know that you are an easy target. The narcissist needs someone who is naive enough to listen to their plans. Oftentimes, a narcissist is so good at grooming the people around them, especially people who haven't fully found their sense of self. A person with low self-esteem will find their sense of self through the narcissist's narrative of them instead of cultivating their own narrative. So it's important that we really understand who we are to our core, and I talk about this in all of my videos. But authenticity really is the answer to a lot of issues. Accepting yourself and gaining that strength that comes with taking responsibility for your actions in society and learning who you are outside of your environment will make you less influenced by other people because you won't need that validation to feel good about who you are. And that's why someone who is independent and authentic is a very big threat to someone who thrives on taking energy from other people. The best way to protect yourself against a narcissist is to remain cool and detached, and to not overcompensate and give in to the narcissist wants and needs. It's really easy to give in to what the narcissist wants because it can be so uncomfortable to go against their rules and their regulations that they have firmly set in place. As uncomfortable as it might be to refuse the narcissist requests or wants or needs out of you, it's so important if you want to leave a situation that is bad. You can't give to them because whatever you give to them, they will take and use against you. As sad as this is and as difficult as this is for people who have a lot of empathy, you need to protect yourself against these people. I think that it's really easy to dehumanize narcissists, but we have to remember that they are people who have faced a great deal of shame, who don't have enough willpower to look within, probably because it's too painful for them and they don't want to go through the pain of seeing their flaws and their shadow, because it's very painful, and a narcissist has an extremely large, dark shadow that follows them everywhere, and it's the black hole that just draws people in, and they consume the energy that people give them without giving it back. A narcissistic relationship is never mutual, and that's why someone with a lot of empathy needs to block themselves off from these people. As you get more comfortable saying no, and as you get more comfortable in your authenticity, coming into contact with a narcissist will happen less and less, because a narcissist knows that they can't take anything from you, and if anything, you're going to be a threat, and a narcissist will want to stay away from you. The global community is traumatized by radical individualism. Narcissism drives all of the problems in our world, and lack of empathy and disconnection is the number one source of pain and darkness in this world. We all must make an effort to turn around and recognize the darkness in our society. Avoiding it perpetuates it. We need to recognize what is wrong before we can fix anything. It all starts with you. It all starts with being your authentic self, so you have energy to provide to the world. That's why I encourage you to separate who you are from your environment. Get to know yourself and love yourself so you don't get bogged down by the darkness and by narcissism. It's definitely common for people to end up in narcissistic relationships, especially people who consider themselves to be highly empathetic and sensitive. It's very easy for this type of person to fall into a narcissistic trap, and if you are not aware, it could be turned against you and can end in a painful, non-mutual situation where you are taken advantage of in the end. Someone who is not aware of their flaws or their shadow, and someone who is not aware of the ways that they hurt other people, don't have to take accountability for their actions. I think deep down they know the truth, but it will never be brought to the surface because it's too painful for them to turn inward and see their shadow side. The best way to resist narcissism in your life and to avoid long, drawn-out, toxic, abusive, traumatizing relationships with narcissists is to be authentic and gain a strong sense of self and be empowered in who you are. Learn to trust yourself, and you will be less easily influenced by other people. You will make decisions that are for you, and you'll get more comfortable taking responsibility for your actions and for yourself. In the end, you are doing what's best for you. You don't feel the need to give to the narcissist in order to gain validation about who you are. Thank you for watching my video. I hope that you got something out of it. I hope that it taught you a little bit about narcissism. I think it's really important that we talk about it in an open and honest way without accusing. I hope this video was enlightening to you in some way. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Antonia, and I hope you have a good day. Thank you.